Hello, everyone. Oh, fuck. Everything's ruined already. Oh, Jesus. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another hobby stream. Been really enjoying doing these again. Quite a bit. Quite a fucking bit. Scuffed icon? What? What's scuffed? Fucker, get in there. Today... Oh, it's a duckies. Oh! I don't have my VTuber model up. That's weird. It must have crashed or something. What the fuck? I'm glad someone pointed that out because I probably wouldn't have noticed. That and that. Oh, should we good now? Yes. Okay, awesome. Ducky's so talented learning how to speak and paint. Yeah, exactly. She's a great dog. So today, while planning this stream, I realized I'm a fucking idiot. And that I could have this whole time been using the Persona 4 and 5 Dancing All Night soundtracks because they're video game music. And I love all those songs. They're super good. So yeah. There we go. Is that too loud? Nah, it shouldn't be. Anyway, this is what we're painting today, or at least going to be starting painting. He is the Patriarch, the leader of my army. And that gives us a very interesting question in regards to our army, which is, do I still have the fucked up one? As you can see, some of these units have like Tyranid exoskeleton bits on them. And so we gotta figure out what color we want the exoskeletons to be. Small. Yeah, my VTuber model keeps getting smaller and smaller, and I don't know why. Bug boys. Yeah, he's the Patriarch. So, oh! Tibbs Death Knight. Thank you so much for joining the Kindle. Wow, we are getting really close to 400 followers, actually. Actually, Gene Stealer Cult, but today I'm painting, part of the NIDs of them. Their leader, the Patriarch. I'm thinking we paint the brain the same yellow. You know, and maybe the vents on the back yellow. And then we can paint the shell. I don't know. I don't want to paint it just black, you know? Why is it using a little worm as a stool? That's not a worm, it's a vent. See, it's a vent. It's like perched on a sewer pipe, basically. Hey, Shonen VR! Yo, thank you so much for the raid, homie! The king salutes you. That's a fucking good raid notification. Oh, hey, Izzy! Saw Philip Bowen on Twitter, hard to follow. Yeah, thank you so much. I saw you on Twitter as well. I think I followed back. I hope I did. Thank you so much, Shonen, and... Oh, Ja, yeah, you're a follower too. Hey, everyone. Just doing some fucking mini painting. We're gonna be Here, can you... Will it actually focus for me? Camera. Boo. Come on. Come on. Focus. Focus! Oh my god, come on. Whatever, we're painting this.
Huh, interesting.
No, not interesting.
No.
Will it focus? Camera unfocuses. It's just my life at this point. I just accept it. But, I think, because it has the worst coverage, the color we probably want to start with is the yellow. Maybe we could do yellow spikes? That's an interesting idea. So for those of you who don't know, we decided on the color scheme for at least our basic boys yesterday, and it's a lot of browns and a bright yellow to make them pop. So what I'm trying to do is take the generic boy and bring it to how do I want the boy to look, the bug boy. You know? And I think we gotta first decide how much yellow there should be on this model. Don't forget to hydrate. I've got... Oh yeah, you redeemed the hydrate. Thank you so much. That shit is so cool. Shonen, if you're interested in 40k, I literally just did a 3-hour-long drunk rant about the lore and the factions of 40k with some homies. But yeah, this is a fucking rad model. It is one of my favorite models. Make the big one different so it's easier to target. Yeah. It is one of my favorite models, period. Especially in this army. However, there is also a 3-armed cowboy, which is pretty, I mean, it's just cool. But let me see if I can... No, not there. Yeah, this should... Whoa! Oh, I've almost fucked something up. No, okay. There we go. Ugh! Oh, I don't have a... Do I really not have a window catcher? Why are you wearing that dumb man suit, bro? Look, I had to get flesh drugs because if I just had bones, it would be gore and it would be against TOS. Okay? So I captured someone and skinned them so I could make these gloves so I could stay wholesome. Alright? Don't you fucking forget the things I do for this stream. SMH my head. So, let me see if I can get this to show up real quick. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing this because I want to show some things off. No, fuck. Oh, did I just fuck up my trigger fire though? Yes, I absolutely did. Let's go! God damn it. It's a professional stream. So these are the Jormungandr. These are kind of what I based my color scheme off of a little bit. As you can see, they're very yellow and black. And I think that that's a really dope combination. With the yellow shell and the black underbody and stuff like that, or even the yellow markings and shit. Or this one specifically, I mean, looks super, 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 super cool. Or this guy, yeah. But I don't want it just to be yellow and black. Obviously, even there, they have some brown in there, which I probably will bring in a wash because it's the other color in my color scheme. But the question is what color do I make? I could do something like that. Oh, I really like the brown claws, actually. Oh, you know what I could do? Rust is part of my color scheme. What if I made the claws rusty? Ooh, we can try that. We can try that. Put some blood on them and made them rusty. Oh. Does he still have the... No, he doesn't have the spear tongue. He has more like an alien's tongue. Oh my god. Stop with trigger fire, dude. Okay, there we go. Tyranids have decided to give people tinnitus. As you do. That's really anti-hygienic. They're bug people. They're trying to commit murder. I think they're allowed to be a little anti-hygienic. But anyway, that's what we're going for. So, last stream, we discovered that a really good way to get yellow to show up was to mix it with a flesh tone. Hey, Chaotic Clef! Happy to have you, my guy. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take some yellow. Bugs must follow the law. No, they don't have to. Oh, let me get my net out of there. But they must follow the law. No, breaking the law, breaking the law. Da, 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 da. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I forgot to do my fucking introduction for when Shonen raided me because I was doing so many things. So, anyone who's new from Shonen's chat, My name is No Need for Gravity. I'm your friendly skeleton from outer space with no other secrets. Don't pay attention to the tentacles. Don't listen to anyone who tells you otherwise. I run the Tentacult, which is that's not a religious organization. It's more of a gang. We're not trying to bring about the end of the world. That's just slander. That's been put against me personally. Yeah, we like to party. We like to do a lot of art. We like to support the homies and have a good time in general. Basically, just a bunch of artistic, slightly lewd goofballs. So that's what we're about. So oh fuck, I may have already sort of fucked up my color because the colors drifted and touched each other. That is too fucking brown. God damn it. Cult is where they're to see if there's... Yeah. We're trying to get tax exemptions for my graveyard. Turns out owning an entire graveyard, pretty expensive, you know? So we're just trying to make the best of the situation. I think that's... Yeah, that's more so the color we're looking for. No, where's that? Okay. Now where's my big brush? Here it is. We just carve rocks and make holes. What? I don't know about that one. Oh, this is an awful setup I currently have. There we go. I really do need to make a lurk command at some point. The reason, you may ask, why we mix the flesh tone, just like an olive flesh tone, which has some yellow and brown in it anyway with the yellow, is because yellow is very well known as a paint, especially in miniature painting, for having really bad coverage, meaning it takes a lot of coats to show up in the way you want it to. Even on white, like this is on, gray, mostly white right now. So, you make do with what you can. And so we've added a little bit of the yellow as sort of a method to make it cover a little better, so it's a little bit less annoying to paint my army. Which I think is valid. Taking shortcuts and shit like that. Hey Grav, just gonna be lurking while working. Oh no, you're fine, man. Always happy to have lurkers around. At the end of the day, if my stream can just provide a little bit of comfort or entertainment for my homies, that's what I do it for. You don't gotta chat. Although it is appreciated when you do. So, as you can see, this is just the first coat. And it's somewhat more opaque, which the skin tone fixes, but it's still very, patchy. Especially because I think I actually missed a spot right there. Yeah, we're good. Okay. On my other model, I fixed some of the patchiness by just covering it in a little bit of rust, and it worked pretty well. But yeah. Now that all the chaos is done, how are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing well. Hello, Cheese and Clef and Paul and Grav and Kills, and thank you so much again, Shonen and Izzy, for dropping by, and Tibbs, I appreciate you stopping by as well, homie. I love seeing so many people come out. It really makes me happy. I didn't get out my black, which is important because that's like the main color of these guys. I used the DK black. DK Donkey Kong. He's the leader of the pack. You know him well. This Kong will burn in hell. This little quirky insect dude smells kind of too intact for a beast who is often in the battlefield. Well, he's leading a battle. So he has a bunch of humans to jump in front of the bullets for him. That's actually one of the mechanics in this army, is if you surround a certain hero units with like other units, you can roll to see if the other units take a bullet that was meant for them. I think it's a pretty fun little way to do that. So let's start with the black. You know? Hey, Raw. How are you doing, man? Thank you so much for showing up at Gravity Stream, by the way, Raw. I really appreciate you. All those people who came to support one of my homies and me. Love you all for it, genuinely. We're just gonna, you know, just cover all this shit in black. That's me, the other Grav. Hey, it was cool. Yeah, it was. Other Grav is a very good streamer. I mean, I don't know if she's as good as me, but she's very good. I've been enjoying getting to know her and hang out with her a lot, actually. Now you may ask yourself, why am I painting the already black bits from the primer with black? And it's because, you know, I want them to be the same black. Which I think is, you know, important. And I'm trying to, for the most part, avoid the claws. Vanta Black Tyranids. Yeah, you can actually buy Vanta Black and stuff for miniature paint. I know some YouTubers who experimented with it. It is, it's interesting. This guy might take me a while to paint simply because of how many armies he's got. He's got 4 arms, man. He's got the power of 4 armies, and that's when he's on his own. It's crazy. That's a good start right there. So how are you all doing on this fine day? I'm doing alright. Have more car issues, so, you know, haven't escaped that quite yet, I guess. But overall, I'm doing pretty fucking good. Not the car again? Yeah, it's leaking a little bit, and it's causing some weirdness to go on. So I've been just kind of letting it dry out right now, which would have gone better if it hadn't been raining all of this morning. Don't buy Mini Coupes. Well, don't buy them used, at least. Ah, yes, my favorite army. Yeah, I am painting Tyranids as part of a Gene Stealer cult army. This is the leader, the Patriarch. Okay, that's a decent base of black. Okay, now we go back to our yellow. And then we, then we cover this again. Just, you know, Just pinging. How strong are bugs in 40k? It depends on which one. This one could probably take a Space Marine or a few of them. Just to say pretty strong. It depends what kind of Space Marine it was going up against, though. As it always does in those lore discussions, you know? I think we got those bug boys some Snickers. They'd stop eating planets. You know what? I don't think they've tried that. Tried a lot, but I don't think they've tried that specifically. Yeah, we're getting there on that top bit. I'm just at a certain point going to have to accept that it's probably not going to be a perfect yellow coat unless I just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again. Only think of war and they aren't even good at it. I mean, they're pretty good at it. You know? The Tyranids are, at least. They've murdered a lot of people. Okay. There we go. Just talking about humans. Oh! I mean, they're pretty good at war. They're kind of fighting a four-side war right now, so... What color do I want to make the brain? Said yellow. We can try yellow. This one I won't show on camera because I'm being a little bit more delicate than I normally am. I apologize. Because it's in a very awkward spot. There you go. Obviously, it's going to get a lot more complex than this. But this is kind of our start. Are the Space Dwarves actually coming back? Apparently they are. Apparently they are. Which I'm not against. I think the squats are pretty cool. Overall. Where's my detail brush? Here it is. These are the claws we talked about potentially making rusty, but I'm going to paint them brown to begin with. Because I think it looks good. Maybe we can make some of them rusty? I don't know. I love the Persona soundtrack, it's so good. Especially with all the remixes and everything from the Dancing All Night version. 10 out of 10. You like music? God, what's the meme? You know, Cowboy Bebop, which came out in the early 2000s, really broke genres by including jazz music. However, this was very odd for some people to wrap their head around, as we all know that Persona 5 invented jazz music in 2018. Can't wait my season pass. Every time I hear Space Dwarfs, I think about Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah. They look actually pretty similar to the Deep Rock Galactic ones. I mean, not exactly the same, obviously, but they're like dwarves in heavy space armor. You know? At least the one model we were shown was. I'm also glad that they're not calling them squats anymore, because I think that was, you know, moderately offensive of a name for a race of short people. Or a genetically modified group of short people. Because if I remember correctly, they're genetically modified humans. Which is kind of why they're allowed to be in the Imperium. Not here at all. The faker driving. No one here. Make a difference. If we don't break like here, wake up, get up there. Freedom rising is higher. Ducky, you okay, girl? Hey, girl. You're getting pets for free. Because I appreciate you. You're a good dog. Chat doesn't always need to redeem pets. Alright. Next, let's handle what kind of we want the base to be. I have an idea. We're basically just sketching colors out right now. Which is a thing people do. Is a thing people do. I really sound like I know. Guess what I can redeem? Is it show tentacles, finally? Alright, give me 1 second to put this base coat on and I'll do that redeem for you. Which means for an indeterminate amount of time, you all get to see that, you know, maybe there is something to that whole I have tentacles thing. And we can just fucking do that, basically. Wake up, get up, get up, get up. Also, maybe we'll even get a chance to cut some of them. Ah yes, my chat talking about eating me again. Let's go. I think that's a pretty solid base coat. It might take another coat because I'm going over black, but let us do the thing. These are my tentacles. There are many like them, but these ones are mine. I hope you are enjoying them. Ducky, what are you looking at? You're like looking at the floor. Stop that. Is it because there's that there? I don't know. Okay. Back to painting more yellow. Let's fucking go. It's my decision. I don't understand why he's so against us being calamari though when he says he has enough for whatever we're thinking. Yeah, remember that one time where I was like, I'm gonna be horny on main, and then you all talked about fucking eating me? That was fun. Okay, Takoyaki. Yeah. Oh, I see where the brain ends now. For the most part. I only know of takoyaki. I had one time at a restaurant in Chicago. I had fucking octopus, smoked octopus ramen, and it was very tasty. Very good. Okay, go back to reinforcing the black in this model. Ducky, stop. I hear what you're doing. Don't do that. Don't make me turn around. Ducky! You made me turn around. Would you? Actually, for the most part, I don't super need a ton of work on this black because it's stuck pretty well and looks very shiny. That's what I was going for. Ah! Fuck! Don't drop the model. Fun fact. Grab tempting me to order food at 2 a.m. Dude, I don't control you. Yet. What? You should order food though. Food's tasty. Food is very tasty. Depends on where H Kills lives. The udon place down the road? Dude, you have an udon place open to fucking 2 p.m.? God, you lucky son of a bitch. That sounds awesome. I want some udon. Fuck, dude. Get that one fucking bit covered. There you go. I think we're gonna make the spikes brown, like the same as the talons, and then maybe we can rust the talons and see how that looks. Yeah, we can do that. Let's work on the base a little more again. That up. Just reinforce all this gray. We'll add some brass here in a second. But I want to first make sure all of the silver is there. And we're gonna be darkening it down a ton, which is why I chose like all the light metal that I did. And we're also gonna be mucking up the area around it, so I wanted some contrast. This is very cool indeed. I barely ever get to awake and function past midnight. Okay. Now it's time. I think the yellow is almost there. I think we need one more coat, I think. Hopefully we only need one more coat. Ducky, stop, bro. Oh no, did bubbles appear in my paint and then dry? Fuck! Oh, that sucks. Those are... Oh no, those are just... Some of them are just the cast being a little... whatever, but yeah, I think I did have some bubbles actually dry in my paint, which always sucks. There you go. That dry again. I'll probably need one more coat. It's really getting there though. This is why on basically every other model, I've been mucking up the fucking yellow with some brown. So I don't have to do what I'm currently doing. But this is like the leader of my army, so I'm okay with taking some extra time on him, you know? Persona music, man. It's so good. Okay, I see. We're making some little changes here and there to the solution, you know? You gotta do that with painting. Just be adaptable. Especially when you're painting miniatures, and especially when you're as lackadaisical about it as I can be. Just gotta stay on your toes. Jazzy, it's very good, yeah. I should be painting on the stream. Me? What are you doing, me? The fuck, me? Oh wow, this fucking thing kinda grayed apart on me. Brush. See, I would not spend this much time on like my bare minimum soldiers for the most part. Cause like I've already been painting for like 40 minutes, and I barely have base coats done, you know? But I'm okay with spending a little bit more time on my heroes. And that's kind of genuinely the rule. If you want to actually finish an army in any sort of reasonable time frame, yeah, you're okay with, like, it's a whole thing where it's like, if you're painting a tank, you know, it's like, obviously you're going to spend more time on the tank than you are just a normal soldier guy. Or your big boss or something like that. Yeah, exactly. 100% that. And some people just spend a ton of time on every single model because what they enjoy about this hobby isn't so much playing, it's painting. And that's valid. Completely valid, even. You know? Whatever you like is what you should do. My voice is still a little flubberneck from Thursday's stream. Because I talked and drank, and I probably won't be doing that again anytime soon, if at all, because it dried out my throat really bad, because I don't think I drank enough water. Even though I drank enough water to sober up, I didn't drink enough water for how much I was talking. Which was a lot, which is more than I do on the average stream, because I had things a little bit more planned out, a little bit more put together than I normally do, which I might just start doing for all my streams, because it's a lot easier when you got like some planned topics and stuff like that. Excuse me. Speaking of planned topics, I actually forgot I was gonna fucking talk about this. You ever just like get bored and you start reading the things around your house, you know? I promise this will go into something, but you're like, hey, I wonder what, you know, I've walked by this piece of lettering or this, you know, whatever ingredients list or something a billion times, and I've never stopped to actually look at it, you know? That kind of deal. I was doing that with some dog food while I was getting Ducky some food. You know, I was like, I wonder what this actually like fucking says. And the answer is some kind of horse shit. It was talking about how, you know, it promoted digestive health of your dog and everything, which, like, yeah, hopefully. But it said yeah, exactly. It said, oh fuck, what was it? It was digestive health and immune health are the keys to a happy dog. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, yeah, no shit. What your dog eats and if it is sick or not is what determines if your dog is healthy. Thanks, fucking weird label. I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea that, you know, something so simple as not being sick could affect your health. Wow, what a world. And it was dumb, but I sat there for a few minutes like, this fucking stupid thing to say. I guess I need to try to focus more at work or something, because I was thinking about that for like 5 minutes and how dumb that was. Because I still work from home, as I'm sure many of you know. Probably not everyone. So sometimes I just go on stupid fucking tangents and think about stuff. You know? As you do. As you fucking do. There we go. Okay. The carapace is getting close to where I want. Except did I forget to paint part of it? Oh no, that's the fucking... It has like a Space Marine helmet gripped in it that's been torn out. So I'm trying not to paint that one with too much black, exactly. By the way, for those of you at home, I picked objectively probably the hardest color scheme for this. Because yellow doesn't have any coverage and black is hard to paint things over. So if I make like too bad of a mistake, it will probably take several coats to fix. If I'll be able to fix it at all. We're all at home, bitch. No, I work from home though. So I was talking about how I should maybe find more shit to do at work because I should probably be focusing on my work instead of some stupid fucking dog food messaging. Also, you don't know that. Actually, I know Cheese is at home because Cheese told me that they always watch my streams on their television, which I think is hilarious. I think that's absolutely awesome. You said those of you at home. Oh, I did? Never mind. I'm stupid. Also, some of you could be like on your phone watching the stream. I don't know why, but you could. Cheese is at home wherever Cheese is. Yeah, because Cheese is home. Respect Cheese, exactly. I just remember pointing out on one stream that like 1% of my viewership I saw on Twitch was watching on their TV, and Cheese was like, "Oh, that was me!" It was so funny. I'm gonna be... Oh, that's why it looks patchy. Or it might be why it looks patchy, I don't know. I've never really painted with yellow before because so many people told me that it was a bad idea. Yep. I know it's you, Cheese, and I appreciate you for it. It was a very funny thing to see on my Twitch stats when I was checking some stuff out. Oh. Since I'm painting Warhammer, I guess I can also talk about how pleased I was with how well that Warhammer lore stream went. I was surprised I was sober by the end of it. Because I definitely was. Or at least almost completely sober. You know? And I was like, my goal was to be drunk for this. And I drank quite a decent amount. I had like 4 or 5 shots of vodka pre-stream and then was sipping on whiskey the entire stream, and I still managed to get sober by the end of it. Ooh, what the fuck? This yellow is going to take forever to build up properly, but it's fine. I should have realistically put more white on that before I even did the yellow. That would have helped a lot, but I didn't. So the back of it especially, well, it'll look cool once it's done because you can tell that the light is, it's more yellow at the top than it is at the back, just barely. Which is cool. In the meantime, where was that red paint I used? Oh. Oh. But yeah, and it seemed like a lot of people from that stream were actually like, oh, I'm kind of interested in 40k now. Which is cool. I, like, obviously, you know, there's like, I don't want to give people a hobby that's going to bankrupt them. But if you just want to be into the lore and occasionally paint a model or something for 40k, like, that's valid. And I feel like a lot of people tell people not to get into 40k because of the expense without acknowledging that there's different ways to be in this hobby, you know? Because there totally is. Absolutely is. And whichever way you enjoy being part of the hobby is valid. And also, like, you know, everyone's got an expensive hobby in one way or another. I used to play Magic the Gathering. Ooh, boy. If you like trying out new things in that game, which I did, you are in for an interesting time. It's pretty expensive. All card games are, I guess, although I think Magic is supposedly the most expensive. Because it's kind of been around the longest. Also, I think Magic is the only one that has a non-rotating competitive format. Excuse me. But granted, if you choose to get into that format, you're a little bit of a crazy person to begin with. How does his face being brown look? I want to see. Stop fraying, you fucking brush. Oh my gosh, I really like this brush. Stop it. It's a hairbrush too, so if it frays like this, I might have to get rid of it, which sucks. Or use it for a purpose different from what I have been using it for, which would also stink because I like it a lot as a detail brush. Because it's shorter. So I can get my... It's like built to be used on stuff that's closer, so in my experience, it's been very good for mini painting. Maybe that's why it's frayed, because I've been using it so much whenever I mini paint. I don't know. Hard to tell sometimes with stuff like that, you know? Booster boxes are a money vacuum, correct. But they're fun to open. It was fun to do that stream where I opened some. I would do that again. It's just money. Just lots of money. I can't really afford spending like $200 on a stream very often. I mean, I say that, but this is probably like $30. Those people who do like pack openings on stream, I don't even know how. It's like you have to be a pretty big streamer in order to make that shit like cash solvent or even not ridiculous. I guess, or you really like the hobby and you're willing to spend that much on it, you know, which is valid, but I don't play Magic that much these days, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Because I spend a lot less money on it. They're kind of the reason the cards are... I don't understand pack... I mean, I wouldn't say that. So the problem is, right, it's not really pack opening streams. It's the fact that there's a lot of people who are collectors in the hobby, which is fine. But there's a lot of people who treat stuff like that like an investment. And while it's valid and, you know, you can do whatever, a lot of the more annoying things in the hobby are caused by those people. Like the reserve list in the Magic the Gathering is entirely because of collectors. And I am 100% in favor of getting away with it. Not reprinting it in any modern format, because that'd be ridiculous. But there are, you know, I play Commander, and one of the cards I've always wanted as a Commander is massively expensive. Is it because, you know, it's whatever, or like a really good card? No, it's literally just because it's on the reserve list. And it will never be printed again. So every day or week or month, the value is going up because there's less and less and less and less and less of those cards. So a card that should be $3 is instead like $150. And there's really no good reason for it. I don't know. In general, I think artificial scarcity is pretty stupid. I get it as long as you are printing cards and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, you need rare stuff. But when you go to the point of literally like depriving your community of a way to get stuff they want to interact, not just because like, oh, it's expensive, but you're literally, oh, we're not going to make these anymore. I don't know, man. It kind of rubs me the wrong way, because especially with Magic, because Magic was never supposed to be that expensive. Even the creators were kind of against that, the original people. But now it's making a lot of money, so they're suddenly not anymore. I don't know. The card game rant, yeah, they really are the fucking version of NFT bros. And like, yeah, you can invest with cards and stuff like that, and it's fun, and you can buy expensive cards and then resell them one day. I'm probably going to sell a decent chunk of my Magic collection here within the next few months, because I would like the extra money I would get for it more than a lot of those cards. It does have an online version. You still need to pay a little bit for the cards, but also there is 100% ways to do that. Hey, Fives, how you doing, man? How does the brown look? It looks okay. We'll see how it looks once we do the brown spikes and everything. Hey, Fives, how are you doing, man? I appreciate how many people come out to my chiller streams like this. When I started them, I was very, very worried that nobody would show up. I mean, when I started streaming in general, I was pretty worried that nobody would show up. But I think, oh no, I think a lot of people are scared of doing variety content. And I wanted to, from the very beginning, make sure I kept... Yeah, hey, Faye. Doing okay prep for a stream at 3. Oh, nice, nice. Watching these miniature paintings is neat. Yeah, I think a lot of streamers, especially new ones, are scared of doing variety content, is what I was saying. And I think there's a decent reason, but I also think doing variety content is necessary to grow as a streamer. I think I was watching Roy, who's a phenomenal VTuber, and one that I, in terms of presentation and like the ability to talk and flow, I really look up to skill-wise. It's incredibly talented at that. You can't really, if you want to grow as a VTuber fast, not even fast, just in a way that, you know, would allow you to do it in a money-making way, you know? If you are worried about not just doing it for fun, but being a successful VTuber, you want to do more than just gaming. I don't think anymore, because of how saturated stuff is, you can be just a gamer on Twitch if you want to be a successful, growing, you know, do all that stuff. And I also think it's something he didn't talk about. Exactly, Gravity. That is one thing I hardcore wanted to avoid. That's why I don't play some games that I really like all the time on stream. Because I don't want my entire audience to be like, oh, he's the this streamer, or the this streamer, or, you know, whatever. But I also think variety content is really good for not just a way to make yourself a popular streamer, but to make yourself better at streaming, to build skills and stuff like that. Because while I've never really been like super concerned about my audience size, you know, it's one of those things where if I blow up and I start making money from it, I'm not going to be sad. But that's not why I got into VTubing rather. One second. It improves your ability to talk about stuff that's slightly outside of your comfort zone, I think, is what I'm gonna try to go with on that one. It gives you the ability to just be a talker and to be a little bit better about a lot of the skills you want to build if you want to be good at streaming. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. For me, personally, I got into streaming because I wanted to work on my social skills and meet people. Because I have social anxiety, hello. And I wanted to get better about being confident in general. Excuse me. So while I've never been someone who was like, I want to make a shitload of money, I've wanted to perfect my craft, I guess you could say. Improve at my ability to talk and present and be entertaining and be funny, all of those things. So when I say stuff like, I think that doing variety content and making sure you don't pigeonhole yourself makes you better as a streamer or a VTuber, I don't mean in like number-wise. I mean it'll improve your ability to be entertaining and talk effectively and all that stuff. I think if you get pigeonholed too quickly as a streamer or any content maker, it can hurt your ability to make other kinds of content because of a mixture of anxiety and people not really giving a shit, but as well as it just be you're naturally good at talking about the things you care about and are super useful too. If improv class taught me anything, it's that I'm only good for a couple of jokes once every few hours. I think a lot of us assume that. I did for a really long time. But being funny is a skill you can improve. Being a quick talker and everything like that, and being entertaining, all this stuff, those are all things you can work on. They're not just some... It's like the art thing where people assume people are born with artistic talent. It's like, some people are better at the start at it, or naturally a little bit more charismatic or something like that, but that doesn't mean you can't improve those skills and get to the same level, if not higher than them. There's, I think, a really big, a lot of people who are down on themselves, not to use you as example 5, but so like the stuff you were saying, and I think that, that's not really the correct attitude to have. It's all skills that have the ability to be built up. Exactly. Like, for instance, I've taken some online stand-up classes to get better at being funny and witty and on top of things, and also planning out my streams and what I want to talk about a little more. Still learning that one, but I've gotten a bit better at it. For talking-wise, that presentation helped out a lot my ability to kind of do flow and stuff like that, because even when you're all conversations have a flow, even when you're talking to yourself. Does that make sense? So when you do stuff like presentations or something like that, you kind of at Fives, I feel you, man. It took a really, really long time to learn how to communicate with myself. I'm still not very good at it. I'm better. I'm a lot better, but I still have a lot of room to improve in regards to that stuff. And I think what you got to realize is that's fine. Having areas where you are not the best is totally okay. It's also okay to have areas that you don't really care to improve if you don't want to. As long as you don't then get angry about your lack of improvement. It's okay to just be like, hey, I'm never going to be a super high energy streamer all the time who talks like this and can bring a bunch of people in, this and this and this and this. I can do that on collabs, but I'll get tired if I try to do that on my own streams, especially as I've been streaming a little bit longer recently, It's all about being able to correctly analyze yourself and say, here are the things that I think I'm good at, And here are the things that I think I want to improve at. Yes, absolutely, Faye. It 100% does. It is very difficult to talk to yourself for a long amount of time. Especially if you're, you know, like me, or I guess fives are, where it's like I don't think I'm interesting, I'm very chill, I'm somewhat low energy. It's like, nah, man, you have shit you can talk about. Talky subjects too, other than FGO or Dragon Age and games and stuff. Well, like, for instance, I did a whole thing where I was talking about 40k. Like a whole fucking stream. Where I just talked about 40k lore. And a lot of people seem to really like it. I think a lot of it is presentation and also being open to try new things. I talk a lot when I collab with Grab, I think too much, well. It was good. 3 hours of 40k, it was good. Yeah, you know, you need to, like, everyone has something fucking interesting about them that they can talk about for a very long time, you know? Fuck, that's way too watery. How did I do that? There we go. Come on, get them more back to that color. Alright, I nearly fucked up a color on my color palette and I fixed it. Or like but I sort of, if you keep being a downer. Dude, okay. How do I want to word this next thing I'm going to say? Because it might be a little bit controversial if I word it wrong. It is not helpful to be self-negative. It is not helpful to focus too much on your negatives and all the things you need to improve, because then you'll lose sight of what you're good at, which is equally important. I almost did this in streaming, and I had a few friends call me out on it, and it made me a better streamer because of it. You know? It is not helpful to just sit there and be like, well, here's a list of things I suck at. One, because it's demoralizing. And, like, you know, shit's important. It's important to love yourself, but also be honest with yourself. And if you're being too negative, you can't be honest with yourself. At least in my experience. Because oftentimes the way you improve and learn and stuff is by a clear acknowledgement of what you're good and bad at. And if you're... What is this paint? Just so fucking watery. Okay, that's better. And it's not that easy. It's not as easy to be like, oh, just stop being self-negative. What's the hardest mini you've painted? I'll have it right over here. Oh, fuck! Did I screw something up by doing that? Amazing. I didn't hit a single point on my miniature. Let's fucking go. I have it right here, actually. This is the mini I've spent the most time on. I did the star pattern on the cloak. I did blood around the fingers and on the armor. I did, you know, this cloak. I used a sort of glowy paint in order to paint the eyes and the different masks. I did some shading, although I kind of fucked it up on the gold, and so I made the gold a little dingy. I did the different colors and all the different things. And if you look down, you can see little flecks of green and blue, red to imply moss and stuff like that. I probably spent 15 to 20 hours on this mini. That's a lot of time I spent on this mini. I'm proud of some of my corn berserkers. Be proud. It is 100% better to have something that you have done, regardless of you know, your skill level or any mistakes you made or anything like that, than have nothing. Be proud that you did anything, you know? Oh god. Like, for instance, I suck at singing. I am very cognizant of the fact that I'm not a great singer. But I've done karaoke on stream and it was a blast, and I want to do more of it because it's fun. You know? It's okay to do something that maybe... It's okay to accept that you're not going to be the best at something and just do something because it's fun. And work to improve at a reasonable level to be happy with your own shit. Totally fine and valid. I have not heard people say that. In fact, I've heard several comments to the opposite. But I still enjoy singing because, you know, fuck it. I don't have to do something because I'm good at it. I do it because I have fun with it. This was such a good, like, chill song. This is, I think, the song you hear, like, during the day in Persona 5 when you're setting up your plans. So good. Yeah, I totally forgot that Dancing All Night was video game, and therefore I should be mostly fine copyright-wise. Ah, shit. There you go. You can also, if you're quick enough, get off, like, so there I put a speck there, and I realized, oh, that's going to be hard to get rid of. So I just had a wet brush and tried to clean it off. It's valid, you can do it. I never finished Persona 5, but it was a great game. I just don't have the patience for games that long. But the time I played, I did really enjoy. You know? Persona 5, 8 out of 10. Best game I've never finished. I have not finished the original. If I played it again, I would probably just go straight to the update. You know? But man, committing to just like 100-hour game is a lot these days. I did enjoy the fact that Persona 5 is probably the first JRPG where I wasn't annoyed by either the combat or the characters. I would say they are incredibly consistent and actually pretty enjoyable characters, which is not the case for me for a lot of JRPGs. Also, the soundtrack for all of these games is stupid good. He almost 100%ed a Persona game? Goddamn, Nemesis. That's crazy. Absolutely insane. And the membrane, of course. So this is the progress we've made so far in about an hour and 15 minutes. It looks painted now. Mostly. Well, I guess I should say it looks like it has paint on it now. Yeah, it looks good so far. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is. I've tried to paint a checkered pattern before. They're the worst. Well, they're not the worst, but they're pretty fucking annoying. I want to get better at painting and then eventually do a Harlequin's army that's all like checkered and shit like that. When they get more models too, because right now they only have like 4. I guess I could do a Yunari army. I've been thinking about doing one for a while, which is a mix of all of them. So I gotta have my cake and eat it too. Need a square brush? Debatable, but I see what you mean. I'm getting better at painting on stream. Still not great at it. But hey, it gets me to paint. And that's important. Also, painting with the shakes is something to beat. I have the shakes too, if you see. So this is me holding my arm up. And you can see that it's shaking a bit. Especially if I try to... It's shaking just a bit. If you brace your arm and stuff like that, that can help. Like this is... Honestly, if I'm painting something smaller, this is how I paint most of the time. And if I'm painting something not on stream, I paint it with it close to my body, like this, and that helps the shakes quite a bit. So that's why even still, when I'm painting hard to reach areas, I just pull it close to me, because that just helps me, at least. There's a really good YouTube channel called Berserker Works, who is a guy who paints literally with shakes. Nemesis, a beast, just vomited on me and gave me poison. Yucky. Oh, yeah. Okay, it took me a bit to get some context as to what the fuck was going on. Forgot you were playing Bloodborne. In the background. Yeah, I got rabies. Okay. Let's try to put some brass on the base, because that's rabies pride. Jesus Christ, Nemesis. What an awful thing to read with my fucking eyes. You know? I hope this actually looks decent, because I haven't experimented with this shit at all. Well, that's what we're doing right now. Experimenting on the model that everyone's going to be paying attention to. Weirdly, sometimes when I'm deciding a color scheme for an army, I do the HQs first, which is the exact opposite of how most people I know do things. But, you know, fuck it. You know? Sometimes you just gotta... Maybe one day I'll complete my Auric army for Age of Sigmar. But I have such a... I have an idea that I love, but I can't quite get. I painted one model and it looks fucking great. I actually am currently displaying that model in my local 40K store. And it's great. But I haven't been able to get the rest of them to look that good. Mainly because it was a lot of metal colors and stuff, and when you have units with less metal, it gets kind of weird to manage. The idea was that, you know, these are the swamp orcs or whatever, the cruel boys. And this is in the fantasy, not the whatever, but they all let their armor patina and rust and stuff like that as a way to be like, I have been here the longest, therefore I am superior to you. Or I've lived the longest or whatever. And fought the longest and stuff. So when their armor was like scarred up and shit, they were just like, hell yeah, that's what we want. I thought that was cool. What is the lore on these Tyranids? The lore is they work on they're from a planet that exports water and stuff like that. It's basically a giant water planet. Not quite in terms of everything's wet, but like there's a lot of pipes. There's a lot of underground water. And so the entire planet is basically this giant sewer/water purification facility. And when the Patriarch landed, he started infecting the water supply. So all of the locals have now been turned. So they all have stuff to protect them from the water and stuff, but their equipment has started to rust. And that's a big thing. There's also going to be a lot of irradiated areas in this world. So I'm going to put some green water, basically. And the top of the world is very dry, but only because they've been sucking up all the groundwater, basically. Curse Gatorade for the food? Yeah, basically. So they've been effectively they're trying to poison one of the poison a big area of water supply for the Imperium. So they're a little bit more whatever than minor. Ye old filthy Powerade, exactly. So you guys get it. Sort of. big, sort of. Painting something a little bit more detail oriented. I apologize. I'll be back up in just a second. Oh boy! Oh shit! No, my chair almost fell back again. Mm. Ugh. Hmm. There's some texture paint that GW sells that I want to get that's supposed to be like grody-ness. And I want to mix it with some clear coat that I would normally use for water and make gross water kind of leaking out of this and stuff like that. That's like it's like green. I think that'll go really well with the already established colors. That sounds super cool. Thank you. I hope it looks cool. You know? Oh my god. I just spent a bunch of time setting up that brown and I've immediately fucked it up. Let's go. I should use a smaller brush for this. Or just have better brush control in general, that would help too. Brush control being my dexterity and ability to control paint in the brush, obviously. Obviously. So, yeah. So looking back at the boy we painted, we've got almost all the colors actually pretty decently represented. I forgot to paint his pistol. I'll have to fix that. Um, just gonna wait for this to dry because I want to do more, but I'm not quite sure what else to do at the moment. Infected water treatment monster. Yeah. Actually, I know one thing I can do. I'm gonna paint the Space Marine helmet red. Let's see if I can even fucking do this. This is going to be mostly close to the chest because it's a lot of painting in between details and stuff. Even though I am basically literally just painting something red. God, I love this shorter brush. It makes it so much easier to get in between details like this. Even though this is just by definition not going to be perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work for color wise. Oh, I almost pulled my power cord out by getting it stuck on my foot. That would have been bad. I do have to go a little bit quiet sometimes because I still am not the best at being steady-handed while talking. Which I know is weird, but it's like when you turn down the volume on your radio to look where you're going. It's like multitasking at all can make things more difficult. There we go. Oh. Oh, what? Okay. Now, since I've got most of the claws established, what I can do is take some of that brown I've been using, take some of the yellow I've been using, and mix it up. And that's how you make a highlight color. Basically. My neighbor is doing that thing she does sometimes, where she goes out on her patio and has an argument with somebody on the phone. It's very, very cool and not at all super annoying that I get to hear every single weird thing that's going on in her life. Oh, shit. Yeah, oh well, I can reestablish that. That's fine. Um, yeah, most of the time when you make like highlight colors or something like that, you're just mixing together two colors you already have, or white and brown in a color you already have. Or white and black, rather. Because sometimes you want to do low lights too. You're just, bring in. Actually, it needs more brown in general. That claw. It's another reason to do highlighting stuff. You'll see. Wow, is that my friend and pal Gravity is Unnecessary? Hey, Aegon, man, how you doing? That was very watered down. Probably going to be fine. We'll see. Let me just do that. Do that. And then, well, we've basically repainted that entire claw, so it's fine. My neck bones be hurting. Oh, I'm sorry, dear man. Ducky, come here, girl. Come here, Ducky. Hey, duck, duck. Oh. Honestly, I'm kind of miniature painted out at the moment. I think we're going to stop for now. We got a lot of good progress done for today. Turning him from what was effectively straight black with a white highlight into this. No, I'm not going off. Not getting off stream. I think what I'm going to do is try to do some drawing. Oh, let me get rid of this podium. Wait, delete? Are you sure you wish to delete podium? Yes. And Gartic as well. Is it that one? No. Which fucking... Oh, it's this one. There we go. Oh. Oh. There we go. Just stretching a little bit and getting my balance back. I'm also, I think... I'm going to take actually a quick break for like 3 minutes to go to the bathroom real quick, to go Give myself some energy drink because I'm fading a little bit, and I got some other stuff I want to do today. And just in general, yeah, go Tentipus, exactly. So I'm gonna turn on my intermission screen. I was muted. Aha! My bad. Also, did we run out of Persona music? Didn't even notice. Oh.
After that, I started my.
Oh. Guess we did. Motherfucker. Good timing, I guess. Now we can switch to Persona 4 dancing all night. There we go. Let's get clips to you something. So I have this idea in my head for, I guess, what will technically be my first original character. There we go. So there we go, and that. Alright. Everything's set up. Thank you guys for being patient with me during that. Let's see if I can sketch. I can't? Can't draw? Not allowed? Oh, okay. Because I was using the wrong thing. Oh, it's passed out? Interesting. So this is what I normally use to sketch with. So I have this idea in my head that I got a few days ago, and I want to try to draw it out on paper. And basically the long and short of it is that it is a sort of samurai type motherfucker who lost an arm, and I'm like, oh, it's like, oh, that's so original. But as a way to compensate, he basically attaches his swords, plural, that he uses to the side of his chest instead of at his hip, and uses draw techniques from his side. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So let's look at some reference stuff. Not Zoro without a shirt. This is a weird thing to look up. That, you know, yeah, this is what we're going for, basically. Alright. Sort of like that. And then now, what we need to do is look out man with one eye. Art reference. Man with one arm art reference. One arm. That's close. That's alright. Yeah, okay. We got some good art references up there now. Sorry, I'm having a protein bar. So I'm thinking, right, is, you know, we show him. I'm just sketching out his basic shape. Kind of want him to be buff, or at least sort of skinny buff. And then where it would normally go into his arm on, should be his left side, right? Or this would be his right side. No, that'd be his right side. I think I want him to have his right arm. If that makes any sense at all. So he's kind of got the thicker end, and then it goes only for a second and then cuts off. And then draw a duck. I said what I was going to draw already, Paul. Jesus, man. This looks awful. Fuck. No, I'm starting over. I need to do a better job of getting the head shape down first. There we go. That's like a chin. Like a hairline and stuff like that. So that's a good start. Excuse me. I will say though, I kind of want to rotate it just a bit. There we go. That's better. He's gonna have the typical anime man buff neck, but not quite as aggressive as they normally are. And then on this side, it's gonna be his arms just sort of not there. Whereas on this side, I actually got this idea because recently I found a YouTube channel, and I can't remember their name at the moment, that was talking about the idea of disabilities in media. Which I think is very interesting. Or like characters with disabilities in media. Which I think is an interesting topic. I've really fucked up his arm. Oh, I see what I did. I think. It goes out a little bit, and then goes down, and that would be like where his chest is, like right here. And then it goes, bulges a bit into his shoulder like that. There we go. He's gonna be pretty buff, you know? One day I'll be able to draw hands. Today is not that day, though. Not even close to that day. For now, we're just draw the basic shape of his hands, and we can come back later and kind of do that. But he's got, you know, he's kind of skinny buff is I think my idea for this. Although he's pretty thick arm. Singular, obviously. Hey, Impulsive Robot. It's a long time no see, man. Hope you're doing well. Ducky, come here, girl. Ducky! Duck, duck! Come here for pets. Hey, girl. I actually like the shape I went with more the other side. This is like the first time I'm drawing something that is not an existing character. It's just really out of my head in terms of like a full character. So I'm okay if it's not great. Or rather, I guess I should say I'm okay with it being not great. This, I feel like, is... Erase some of the interior of this. Yeah, that must is too big, and I think it should kind of be like this, basically. Oh, I see what I did. The muscle goes over... What the fuck? Oh, I'm using the wrong tool again. Whoops. The muscle goes over, so it should be like this, basically, and then like this. Yeah, that looks a little better. And this over here is just kind of an unintelligible mess in terms of actually trying to sketch something. So let's... I think the arm is alright. I think it would be better if it was more like that. But otherwise it's okay. So you kind of like do that, and then do that. And then... just want to sketch out his fucking shape right now. Like that. Happy to see you as always, Impulsive. I hope you're having a good day, my dude. I've been cutting back on Twitch and social media for a while. Dude, fair decision, honestly. I've had to do the same thing a few times. I'm not even gonna lie. I want him to have kind of that bushy one ponytail. Kind of like a Kale in League, but male. More masculine, I guess. And then the idea is... I don't even know how to draw that. Fuck. You know what? We're going to save this, because I have to sketch this out. I think I like where it's going. OC start. And where's, I was doing a drawing of actually my friend, Sigrid from Sigrid and Bird. And I did all the sketching out for it, so I kind of want to turn it into line art. I'm gonna set these all down to low opacity. But I do like having multiple layers. I think it's helpful. Even for sketching stuff out, you know? Oh, I'm still drawing on that layer. Whoops. I actually like that line quite a bit for what it was doing. But yeah, man, impulsive, that's, you know, sometimes that's what you need to do. Even some VTubers take breaks from Twitch and social media and shit. I know Power Nelson at one point said he had an issue where he needed to take a break from watching streams. And it's like, you know, whatever's best. I'm getting better with the whole pen pressure versus length width thing. And I've been really happy with how my art's going in general, actually. Although it's not been perfect. The, having those streams where I just hang out with my artist friends has been really fucking good for me improving quickly at art. There we go. No, not really. It's like, I want to do just a bit. Yeah, like that. Feel free to tell me to shut the fuck up with art tips because I'm crazy, but always make a new layer for each line and then merge it down once I've cleaned it up and made sure it's how I want it. For every single line? Really? Huh. I might try that at some point. Probably not on this one, but I might try that. The head looks more detailed than your first art streams. Oh yeah, man. I'm getting there. And I'm really happy about that. Like, I know my art's gonna be pretty... Oh! Oh, my wrist just popped in the middle of doing that line. Fuck. What are the advantages for doing each layer as one line? Gravy. I'm curious. Or is that just something like that makes sense in your head? To be fair, I wasn't tracing, but I was basically just copying off her model art. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to her reference. Hey, Laco, how you doing, homie? I'm just doing some art after I finish some mini painting. I should change my fucking description and title. Holy shit. Thank you, Laco, for making me realize that. Doing some drawing practice. You can clean the lines up separately. Interesting. Hmm. That's good to hear. Worry about accidentally erasing stuff I didn't want to. Interesting. I know there are people who do, like, very good breakdowns of lines. Like Enit and Paru, who were kind of the first ones who taught me drawing. Ducky, stop. Yeah, of course, and we should sometime. I love doing art streams with my friends. I have 2 that I've promised spots, but haven't been able to yet, so. Yeah, I do Impulsive Robot. I know you've been off Twitch, but I've been doing a series. I try to do it every Tuesday. I call it Tag and Talk. But I just shoot the shit with some of my artist friends and we doodle together. It's been really good for learning. Did you mean with me or me and Nemesis? I think you meant me and you. We collab a lot. Me and my Nemesis. Where do I always fucking hear? Yeah, I don't think Impulsive is a streamer. There we go. Yeah. Since this is gonna be in the back anyway, I'm gonna delete that. Then I can just actually do that. And it still doesn't line up line width wise. Oh my god. It's fine. We'll just do it as... Where's my stabilization? I need to turn it up. There we go. Not perfect, but it's pretty decent. Yeah, we have been playing Bloodborne already. Bot! We've banned the bot, don't worry, chat. He won't come back. The bot can't hurt you while I'm here. Just bump this up to a very stable. Like, holy shit. Fucking line weight, dude. I do it from the other side. No. That actually, I can roll with that, I think. If I just do that, basically. No, actually. I know the problem, I think. Why can I not do this one fucking line? Oh my god. It's even on its own layer. There we go. Finally! Fuck! Now I can turn the attack down to like 55, which is like really good. Remember when I turned the stabilization down? If you haven't seen Sigrid from Sigrid and Bird, her character design is super good. One of her eyes is an 8-digit display that can change which digit it's at. And I think that is pretty dope, actually. I'm not even gonna lie. Do the numbers have any significance to her mood or anything? No, she just changes them when she feels like it for the most part, from what I understand. She's just a scientist who had to replace her eye with something, so she chose something cool. Does this actually look good with the rest of the... Yeah, okay, it looks decent. Alright. Oh, fuck. I can get behind the logic. Yeah, you know. I think I'll try to just complete the line art for this today. This is gonna be difficult as is. Okay. Make a new layer. I almost got that straight, which would have been very cool if I did. There you go. Now let's try to do it from this side instead. There we go. Well, close. There we go. Oh, I realize what I did now. Whoops. Because Sigrid has... her hair is obviously, because it's a VTuber model, split into several things. So what I was actually supposed to do is that. This. Oh no, that's way too fucking good. Yeah, Sigrid and Bird were like the people who got me into VTubing, so I owe them quite a bit, as it is now one of my favorite hobbies. And I've met some very cool people through it, including all of you in chat, of course. There we go. Finally. Fuck, dude. Now I just gotta do this somehow. That looks awful. That looks okay. Let me just... oh my god. Why is my brush size so big? Why is it blending? What the fuck? No. No. I clicked on the wrong thing. Wonder if any of there's any other weird artists like me who mostly do their erasing with the mouse. You know. You erase with your mouse? Yes. Most of the time. Unless I'm doing like big chunk. Then I'll erase with my pen. There you go. I take by your surprise that I'm probably alone in that, but that's fine. I'll have my own fucking weird way of doing things. And I will accept that. to actually look at Sigurd's model again. Because I don't remember... Oh no, it totally does. Okay. That's fine then. Oh shit, it's the wrong layer. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Now I do this, her fucking hair bun, which is very hard to draw. Because it's specifically messy. And intentionally sort of weird. Oh, fuck, I forgot that she has these in her hair. this first. No. Nope. Alright, let's bump up the stabilization. So I can fucking... Nope. Damn it. Can I redo? Yeah, there we go. I can finagle this one to work a little bit. Okay, and then we can do the 8 symbol here, which does actually match, I believe, the symbol of her eye, which I think is a cool little touch. There we go. And then now we can look at all of the line art together and see what changes we gotta make. There we go. That's line art done. That's me streaming for about 2.5 hours. Oh, fun. Got some good miniature work done. And got some good artwork done. It ain't perfect. That's alright. That's alright. I think when I call this stream, I wanted to stream a little longer, man, but I'm fucking tired. Let's use live. You know, let's raid fives. Collab with fives and my nemesis, No Need for Gravity, and her sister. I'll pet my dog. Come here, Ducky. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Holy shit, we had a lot more people here than I thought. I appreciate you all so much coming and spending kind of a lazy Saturday with me. Oh, you're giving a big stretch? I'll make sure to pet Ducky before you leave. But thank you for coming by and sticking and hanging out while I work on my art stuff. I've been really enjoying being able to stream it. Yeah, Wonderpup, she gets plenty of pets, don't worry. I'm going to be back tomorrow with some more streaming. I might try to speedrun Dark Souls. I might play some Hunt. It's going to be one of those two. We'll see. But yeah, going to stream Fives, who I believe is playing Oblivion right now. So make sure to give him plenty of my love. The raid message, as always, is Tentacle Raid. Just like that. And I hope you enjoy his stream very much. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go and work on some housekeeping stuff and kind of enjoy the rest of my lazy Saturday. Once again, I appreciate you all for coming by. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.